Welcome back. We're talking Takamaz today, and we all love gantry loading systems. We all love speed. We all love reliability. We all love people walking in front of cameras. It's part of why we do what we do. It's so much fun. I got Chris with me to talk a bit more about Takamaz so you can understand a little bit more about where this can benefit your shop. Chris, thank you for being here. Thank you for talking Takamaz.
Appreciate that.
We do love automation, don't we?
Absolutely. Absolutely, it's fun. But first, let me tell you one thing. I'm excited to be here with Tony Gunn. This is my first video. I've always wanted to meet this guy. He's a celebrity. I'm just jazzed to meet you, man. It's great to see you.
Am I blushing like crazy
right
now?
Yeah, man, you're looking good. You're looking good.
I appreciate that.
Okay, so yeah, let's talk a little bit about Takamaz. All made in Japan. They kind of specialize in box way. They really like hand scrape box way for that, you know, the rigidity and tool life, accuracy, surface finish, and those kinds of things. One of the differences, one of the things that makes Takamaz unique, in addition to having all the integrated automation from the factory, is a few different things. One of the things that they do is on our middle station turn device. This is where you actually flip the part. So you take a finished op 10 part off of the spindle, and then it picks up a turn part at the same time. So we kind of save some time there in doing that, as opposed to kind of going to two different spots. So we kind of save some time there. Our philosophy is really pick up, drop off same time, rather than having to go two different spots, because it really helps a lot in the cycle time.
When I think of the world that this machine goes to often with a gantry loader, with the speed, with understanding what a few seconds might do in that changeover.
Right.
Your world is oftentimes hundreds of thousands, if not millions of parts. Then you start multiplying those couple of seconds times all those parts, you're saving more than days, more than weeks, sometimes even months of operation, and just that small little fix.
Tony, you're absolutely right, but let me add one other point
please
that's
do.
important
I love
these
this.
days. So, you know, it used to be we all focused on these kind of machines with automotive. And it was like, okay, we're gonna do like 3 million parts of the same one with no changeover. Those days are really gone, honestly. So many customers now, they're in so many different varieties, different kinds of parts. They're looking for flexible automation, something that I can do quick changeover, that I can do a few hundred pieces and change it over. So a lot of our focus these days, and a lot of the things that Takamaz does, is really looking at having the automation and the material handling and the post-process gauging and the washing and all the other aspects that come into the full automation package. They really look at quick changeover. How do we get that fast changeover, Tony? How do we get to do that? Quick change grippers, quick change work holding, quick change material handling, and really looking at all those types of different things.
Are you telling me, Chris, that this machine that is known very well in automotive, as you mentioned, I call it the world that we all know. I wasn't going to name it, but you name dropped.
Right.
In automotive, are you telling me that if I'm a job shop kind of guy, if I'm a high mix, low volume kind of gal out there that's running my machine shop, I too should look at one of these machines?
I'm exactly saying that, Tony. I'm exactly saying that, because that's where the market is these days. You know, automation is everything. As we spoke the other day, you know, the pure need of pure spindle capacity, those days are really dwindling, where somebody just needs more capacity, like they've invented a new lawnmower, or they've invented something new that I need to put a factory, and I've got to have just spindle capacity. Today, it's all about automation and efficiency. Efficiency is really the key factor, which goes to changeover in multiple different parts. And this is what a lot of people are looking for. They're saying, listen, I got a family of 50 parts. How can automation work for me? So that's what we're all about. We're about taking those small little different kinds of parts, different families of parts, and really adapting them and making it work for somebody that changes over every few hundred parts.
It's important to understand, and I'm absorbing what you're saying, and I think it's important for these folks to understand as well, because we do walk into conversations with an assumption that we already know the answer to the questions we have. And I would say that the answer to the question we have here in most cases is, I don't need this machine because I'm not running a million parts. To know that I can have the capabilities of this machine in a high mix, low volume machine shop, that to me changes my mindset completely on what my capabilities now are.
Right. Tony, this is where the automation market is. It really is. even in automotive now, where we used to talk millions, many times now they're changing the line with a couple of 100,000 parts. So even they're looking for flexible automation, something they can retask, retool to another part very quickly. So this has really been the challenge. It's no problem to make a part, a ring, a transmission ring or something like that. I'm gonna run 3 million parts forever with no changeover. It's easy to design an automation system for that. But if you said, listen, I do 300 of those and 400 of these, 200 of those, and the parts are a little bit different, I need part orientation and different material handling and different work holding, and I need it all to be quick change, and I need it simple. Because the Tony, I gotta tell you this now.
Oh, here comes the phone too. Look at this. Completely unscripted, having a lot of fun on camera today. He whipped out a phone.
I know I'm taking too long, but I'll tell you, I'll do it.
We love this.
Let me tell you something. The operators today that you hire, the kids out of school, they were brought up with one of these things, right? So that's all they know. They don't know how to push buttons. They don't know how to dial a phone. They don't know this stuff, right? So the machine tool builders, if you look at all the machine tool builders, if you look at the controls, a lot of the new controls are really long ones. It looks like a Tesla screen, right? And they're all touch screen and everything, pull down menus. So what it is, here's the deal. You hire a young fella today out of school, what you're having him work on has to look like that because that's what they're used to. And if it looks, Tony, if it looks and feels like this, they're gonna be comfortable with it. They say, you know what, okay, I like this. I'm used to this. I can do this. I can run this machine. If you do something that has mechanical stuff and whatever, these, young people today, they're not even really brought up with a wrench or whatever. Have them like try to change the oil in their car. They wouldn't know where to begin, right, Tony?
You're exactly right. And
so
you've named my second favorite part about working with this, because you're right. It's all about being familiar, being comfortable, being confident when we step onto a machine like this. Now, my favorite thing about these machines, Chris, and my second favorite was exactly what you just described, is look where we're standing. Look where we're standing. Think about your cobot cell or robot cell right now. It's all of this is going to be taken. How am I going to get to my door? How am I going to get to my screen? And on top of that, how much more floor space is taken? Look, I love a bar feed. I love a cobot system. I love a robot system. I love the automated cells, even from the side. But we're saving so much space right now, Chris. And when I think about all the prices going up, the inflation, the fight for real estate space now, did you know, and I'm sure you do, but did you know that some shops measure their floor and measure their machine as price per square foot?
Crazy,
instead of what the machine costs. So the ability to do more automation within a confined space and multitasking for multiple operations to get it done in one part by the end of the day, that's the success to go along with being comfortable.
Absolutely. We use a lot of robots in what we do as well. There's certain times when robots are good. And you've got to take this part and you've got to twist it and you've got to go in there. You can use a multi-axis robot to do those kinds of things. But when you've got simple movements and simple loading, nothing beats a gantry. Nothing beats it relative to cost. Nothing beats it for loading time. And the systems of Takamaz are all designed from the automation. This isn't a machine that was designed for bar feeding and then we added a loader to it. Takamaz designs the machines from the very beginning to be automated. So that gantry loader is already figured in. The size of the machine, the horse, everything is calculated out for a certain size, certain parts, and certain types of process. This one here, again, it's got live tool turrets, A2 6 spindles, 15 horsepower. We've got larger machines, we've got single spindle machines. But again, the thing that I really want to impress is that we really like and we look at the companies that are really struggling with low volume, high mix. That's what everybody's looking for. And the automation of the past just didn't address that. It didn't address that. They said, well, we can work with a ring. And if you're doing the same thing, we can do that. And I can sell you a machine at this price. We say, well, wait a minute. I got one ring, but I got another part that needs some radial orientation to it. And I've got to flip it like this. And I got to do this to it. And then I want to wash it, gauge it, So that's what we do. That's what Takamaz is great at, is all of this kind of really working closely with customers on their work pieces and their process, the cycle time they need, the changeover, everything. Because it's a whole package right now. You can't no longer just sell a machine with a gantry and expect that that's going to work. It doesn't work anymore.
Facts, my friend. All right, we're gonna close this out.
All right.
But I think we have to do so with those fancy dance moves you just did about what a cobot can do. What can that cobot do?
Yeah,
How
man.
was that, Chris? What were you doing?
let me tell you, I was telling about this guy in Houston, Texas. When I was a kid growing up, and he would jump up and he'd wave his hand. And so it's really exciting. But I enjoy it. I'm having fun. I'm an old guy. You're a young guy, but it's fun.
I love being called a young guy.
Yeah.
It's amazing when that happens.
Absolutely.
Chris, thank you so much
brother.
for the conversation.
Can we do it again?
today.
Let's do it again someday.
One more time? Right now?
Okay.
Someday.
Someday.
Thank you, my friends. We appreciate you, Chris and I both. I hope you've learned a little bit today, and we'll see you again soon.